Well, what an incredible privilege it is to be standing in front of you today. And thank you, Dean Gallagher, for that very warm introduction. Well, let me start by saying congratulations. You've done it. You've completed your training. And I hope you're okay with a few sports metaphors. I am an athlete. But the purpose of your training is to prepare you for the race, to give you the tools you need to complete it and to make an impact. Your training gives you confidence. It reassures you that you can do this. You can handle what's about to be thrown your way. And graduates, you have just completed some of the finest and most difficult training out there. You are prepared. You have been well trained. Most likely, your training started long before you walked Truesdale. I know mine did. I'm the daughter of 2 educators. So the importance of education is something that I was introduced to at a very young age. But the real gift that my parents gave me unknowingly regarding education was the understanding of the impact that they had on their students. I always took so much pride in meeting their students and hearing that my mom and dad were their favorite teachers. Through the lives of my parents, I understand the impact and the importance of the work that you're about to embark on. You are all difference makers, and you are prepared. You have been well trained. The time I spent walking this campus on my way to becoming a graduate of the Rossier School of Education was a time that I will never forget. Some of my favorite college memories were walking into 32nd Street School and looking those young students in the eyes and seeing their excitement surrounding learning. I know that I received so much more than I gave. Those young students really helped me to shape my views, and those are lessons that I will hold on to. Rossier and USC taught me discipline. They taught me how to pursue my passion wholeheartedly. They taught me that your career is not simply a paycheck, but it's an opportunity to have an impact on someone else's life, to inspire them and to help them grow. You are prepared. You have been well trained. I wish I could tell you that from here out it would be smooth sailing, but you are going to face hurdles and setbacks. Last year, I was training for the 2016 Olympic Games, and I wanted to set my goals really high. When I first went to the Olympic Games in 2004, I was still a student at USC, and I won 1 medal. I went to my second Olympics, and I won 2 medals. In my third Olympics, I won 3. So naturally, in my 4th Olympics, I wanted to push myself and go after the goal of winning 4 Olympic medals. My training was going well, I was prepared, and I knew the task was going to be difficult. It was going to be even more than difficult. It was one of those goals that was going to make history. Sometimes in life, the hardest part in accomplishing our goals, the hardest part is not accomplishing our goals, but in deciding that we are going to commit our lives to something that not everyone is going to understand or even think is possible. Dream boldly. Do not be afraid of the responsibility of making history. In the middle of my training, I was faced with one of those setbacks that life throws your way. I was in the gym doing an exercise that I've done 1,000 times before, but that day was different. As I dropped from the pull-up bar, my ankle collapsed and I tore multiple ligaments. I knew in that moment that my season was over and my hopes and dreams of going to a 4th Games was crushed. I laid on the ground in that gym and I cried as my ankle continued to swell. There was that hurdle, there was that barrier. In that moment, I had to decide, how bad did I want it? How committed was I to my goal? So I got up, but I didn't get up alone. My coach helped me to the doctor. My family met me there and helped me to start rehab immediately while tears were still rolling down my face. I didn't do it alone, but I got up and I took that next step towards my dream that day. I still didn't know how I was gonna make it back to the Olympics, but it was just one painful step at a time to overcome the seemingly impossible. I trusted in the plan and in the process. And by the grace of God, I did make it back to the Olympic Games. I didn't reach my goal in Rio of winning 4 Olympic medals, but I did win 3. And most importantly, I learned that I'm capable of overcoming the most difficult of hurdles, as long as I do it one step at a time and with support. So I challenge you to dream big. Do not be afraid of the seemingly impossible. Of course, you're gonna fail at times, but know that you have the courage to get back up, to take it one step at a time. There may be tears streaming down your face, but push on towards your goal. Be fearless. Your future is exciting and it's bright, and I know that you will have a tremendous impact on the lives that you encounter. You are prepared, you have been well trained, and I wish you all the very best. Fight on.